All right, it's time for our next hour update. It is now 10 o'clock, and the Baja 500 is well underway. The cars are pretty much all off the line. It looked like some of the UTV classes were still starting, but as far as everyone else goes, they are all off the line. This hour of coverage is brought to you by Team Ford. Team Ford is in Vegas. They are the place that you want to buy your Ford from. Steve Olgas is the owner. He's also a fellow racer, and he's one of the nicest guys you will meet. Steve will fly you out to Vegas to buy a car from him. So no matter where you live, you need to go to Team Ford to buy your car. They're also the #1 Raptor dealer in the United States, and one of the only Raptor dealers that does not mark up their Raptors. So a lot of these other places mark up their Raptors 20 grand on top, 15 grand on top, whatever. Team Ford does not do that. So if you want to buy a Raptor, make sure you go over to Team Ford and check them out. So big thanks to them for this hour of coverage. Let's go look at the trackers. Pretty much the running order is the same in the trophy trucks. Not much has changed yet. As you can see, these cars are all still stacked up. It is Rob McCachran is still first, Cameron Steele is second, Luke is still third, Andy is still fourth. Then Ryan Arciero's tracker, it updates every once in a while. It's back here 13 minutes ago. For some reason, his tracker doesn't update very often, so when it does, he's going to jump right back up. But he's still going. Somebody asked about Robbie Gordon. He's still going. He's picking some people off. BJ BJ is another guy that started pretty far back. He's picking some people off. You can see their trackers just updated. So BJ's making a move. Robbie's making a move. The guys out front are still there. Cyril Dupree is still holding on in Bryce's truck. He's not really losing much. He's pretty much pacing Dan McMillan. So that's a pretty good pace to have right there. So that all looks pretty good so far for all those guys. The Class 1s, someone's asking about. It's still Brian Wilson first, Brad Wilson second. They started 1-2. The 100 car is the new car, the new Jimco. So this is actually its first race. So it'll be interesting to keep an eye on that. I know they got a lot of test miles on that car, so we'll see how that thing goes today. But that's that car. We got Brad in one of their old proven cars right behind him in second place. Let's see what other classes. Then we have the spec trucks. This is all still stacked up. It's really hard to tell who's leading here. Really no point in even trying to guess at this point because we have such a long race. Same with the Class 10s. I mean, you can see they're just literally stacks and stacks and stacks all on top of each other here. So still getting underway here. Still got cars going off the line. We've got the 1800 class. The 29 class UTV classes are just starting. So we will check back them a little bit later. But so far, everything's going pretty good in the race. We haven't heard of any problems for anybody. I haven't noticed anybody really at 0 miles an hour yet, at least any of the top guys in the overall. So everybody seems to be having a pretty clean day. Let's go look and see where the first bike is. It was the 7X, so there you go. As you can see, the 7X has a pretty good gap back to the 1X. So they're at mile 286, the 1X, and the lead bike is at 310. So pretty good gap going for the 7X. This is actually the toughest part, is from where he is right here, around 309. From there over to the coast, this is a pretty gnarly section. On a bike, it's going to be a lot easier than the trucks, but if I was betting, I would bet on there being a bottleneck somewhere up in here later today. I don't know if you guys saw that picture of the tractor at mile 322. That area is going to be pretty gnarly. Somebody could easily break a drive shaft or a rear end on some of those rocks trying to go around the tractor later in the trucks. So let's see what happens when those guys get there. But really haven't heard of much action yet. Pretty easy this first half. All these guys have run this a million times, just over to Ojos, and then over to kilometer 77, and then down the Goat Trail. So Rob McCachran has just come down the Goat Trail. That's where he is right now. He's now on the highway. So you can see 34 miles an hour. That is the highway speed. That's going to be the speed all the way over until you jump on the wash here at check 2 and go down this way. So this is going to take forever. This is going to be about a 45-minute section on the highway there. So it's going to be a long time until Rob gets over here. So, Cameron's just jumping on the highway right now, coming down the Goat Trail, followed by Luke. So that's those guys. Anybody else want to see anything? Someone's asking about the 266 truck. The 266 truck, are they still broken, Loomis, here? Still. They were, the 266, someone's asking, they were broken at mile 14. They've been sitting there for a while, so not looking too good for the 266. Hopefully they get going again. Any other cars you guys want to see, let me know, and we will look it up. Someone was asking about Lettner. Lettner is not racing his own car. He's racing in a Class 10 with Chase Warren this race. Lettner's driving the second half. He's not getting in till mile 270 at the Mike's turnoff. So Lettner will be in a Class 10 car later. So other than that, we will, let's see if we can scroll back a little bit here and look at anything for you guys. Let's see who we can zoom in a little bit. It looks like the lead spec truck. Once again, you got to remember when these things update, but the lead spec truck is the 242 maybe. Looking like it. Yeah, it looks like 242. They're so stacked on top of each other here. It's so hard to tell who's who at this point in the race. A little bit later, we'll check it out. Someone's asking about 709, the Proctor truck. They are off the line and moving. We don't really have an update on them yet. They are still going though, so that's good. As long as they keep going, that'll be good. That's pretty much it. Any other classes you guys want to see later, let me know. We'll actually look up close at some other classes later once they start getting spread out a little bit more. But anyways, in between our updates, go over to SCORE. Go over to score-international.com or go on their Facebook page. They have a live camera up at the start line all day. They got some drones up to get some footage out in the field. They got all kinds of cool stuff going on. So go watch the SCORE page. Come back to our page on the top of the hour, every hour, and I'll give you guys an update. Someone's asking about Andy McMillan. He's still running in fourth where he started. So good day for him. These top guys, this is something a little different too. Remember, they're going off the finishing order from San Felipe. So usually you have some guys that come out and qualify really well, and then they stink up the trail a little bit. Well, these guys are all fast guys up here in the front. So this is going to be a really interesting race because all, I don't know, probably the top 10, maybe 7 to 10 guys are all super fast, regular guys that are up there all the time. So it's going to literally come down to which one of these guys has the least flats or the least amount of problems. Whoever out of these top guys has a clean run, that's who's going to win. That's all it's going to come down to. Honestly, I don't even think you can get a flat tire today and win. Maybe one flat tire. That would be the most that you'd be able to get today probably and win. So we'll see what happens to everybody. So far, everybody's had a clean run up front. And someone's asking what number in Class 10 Lettner is in. He is in the Chase Warren car, which is the 1008. So keep an eye on Chase Warren in the 1008. That's going to be the car that Lettner's driving for the second half of the race. And I think that's about it for now. So go over to SCORE's website or Facebook or whatever. Go watch their live feed. I saw Christina's on here. Hi, Christine. Christine's going to be doing some live stuff on their coverage today. So go watch them. Come back here at 11 o'clock and we'll have another update for you guys. See you then. Thanks to once again to Team Ford. Go to teamford.com. Go buy your next vehicle from Steve. Very cool guy, fellow racer. See you guys in an hour.